The nation's top office unveiled the when and where President Moon Jae-in will be holding numerous bilateral summits penciled in during the Pyeongchang Olympics period. Our chief Cheongwon correspondent Moon Gun-young starts us off with the details of that schedule.
There are few global events like the Olympics that bring together tens of thousands of people from all around the world and steer the attention of millions to one place at one time. As athletes compete on the field behind their national flag, politicians and statesmen battle it out on a diplomatic level, representing the interests of their own countries. For South Korean President Moon Jae-in, the Pyeongchang Winter Games will be the very first international event to host, and with a new spokesperson.
I'm here to announce when, where, and with which leaders President Moon Jae-in will be holding separate meetings on the occasion of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games.
On Tuesday, the South Korean leader will welcome the President of Estonia for a bilateral summit at the Blue House, to be followed the next day by Governor General of Canada and President of Lithuania. Thursday, the 8th, is a full day for President Moon with back-to-back summits, starting with the Swiss president. Mr. Moon will then host President Frank-Walter Steinmeier of Germany for a one-on-one and a luncheon, as this will also mark the German president's official visit to South Korea. In the afternoon, Chinese President Xi Jinping's special envoy Han Sung, the president of Poland, will be at the top office, followed by U.S. President Mike Pence, scheduled for a Blue House dinner with President Moon Jae-in. The Moon-Pence meeting is one of the key top-notch encounters, especially with hundreds of North Koreans in the South for the Games, and as the leaders look beyond Pyeongchang for future inter-Korean ties and the possibility of U.S.-North Korea nuclear talks. On the day of the opening ceremonies, after a lunch meeting with the UN Secretary General, President Moon will sit down with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in the host city Pyeongchang. That to be followed by the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. President Moon's at-home summit diplomacy continues throughout the Olympic period, with 3 more scheduled before the closing of the Games. Among all, the meeting between the leaders of South Korea and Japan is the most highly anticipated, as the two will surely face off over a controversial 2015 deal on Japan's wartime sexual enslavement of Korean women. But there are also forecasts that this will serve as an opportunity for the two leaders to put aside their historic differences and present a united front, especially considering the gravity and the need to together deal with North Korea post-Pyeongchang. Moon Gun-young, Arirang News, The Blue House.